I feel like I try to walk the walk and talk the talk, because like for Christmas, I committed to, I'm only buying things downtown. And I bought gift certificates for my girls so they can have experiences. I bought stuff from 𝗏𝗏𝗁. I bought stuff from Sidecar because I want to keep that money here in our town.
Yeah, that's
it's
so important.
It really is.
It is very important.
Yeah.
I mean, even for my company,
100%.
right? So we're
Yeah.
100% local, grassroots.
Yeah.
Everybody that works with the company is here, and the money that, is left stays here.
Exactly.
Hello, this is 𝗍𝗶𝗄𝘁, your host for Let's Be Real. And today I have an amazing guest. I have Tracey 𝗪𝗏 here. She is the owner of Pretty Little Things right downtown DeLand, as well as the past president of MainStreet DeLand. So excited for our amazing chat. Here is Tracey. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
You're so welcome.
Yes.
So Tracey, you and I, we go back, about 20 years?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah. So fun.
We both were in different spots in life, different spots in business life as well.
Yep.
And I know you have come a long way.
We have come a long way, but all roads lead back to mothers of preschool children,
That's right.
Super fun. MOPS. Yeah.
MOPS. So if anybody's out there that wasn't MOPS with us, it was a great time.
It was a great time.
Yeah. So tell me now, on our audience, a little bit about who you are, what you're up to.
Okay. So my name is Tracey 𝗪𝗏, and I am a shop owner here in Downtown DeLand. I own Pretty Little Things of DeLand. The shop has been in business it'll be 14 years this spring.
Is that right?
It is.
14 years?
14 years, which is insane. So I am now seeing like the next generation grow up, where parents brought their kids in strollers. I'm seeing those kids like drive and in high school now. So it's very, very fun. So I'm doing that. I'm on the MainStreet DeLand Association board as a past president. I spent a presidential year last year that was super interesting and definitely pulled me out of my comfort zone many, many times, but it was challenging and fun, and it was a really, really good year. So this year I get to rest kind of on my laurels a little bit as the past president. So I'm still super involved, but I am not as... I'm not as knee deep into it. So.
Yes.
But it's still good. Still good.
Yes. Less obligations.
Less obligations.
That's a good thing.
Still lots of meetings, which, still lots of meetings, but I'm not in charge anymore. I just get to be,
yes,
fly on the wall a little bit. So, which is nice.
That's awesome. So I want to talk about a little bit of both, the Pretty Little Things store and what it kind of means to be downtown DeLand, and then of course your past presidency, and a little bit more about DeLand Main Street, which is still the best downtown in the States?
Yes. I mean, in my opinion, it's the best downtown, but we are actually the, I'll kind of circle back to that. But yes, we're the oldest continuous Main Street in the state of Florida. And last year we celebrated 40 years. So it was just by the perfect timing. It was also my presidential year. So I got to be there for all the fun and all the party. So we did celebrate our 40 years. And so we are in the Main Street world, a model Main Street. We've been 40 years continuous. And Florida Main Street started their entire program, and then we started right after. So other Main Streets, you go to a Main Street event in other parts of the state and you say you're from DeLand, and they're like, oh my gosh, you're from DeLand?
Really?
And they're like, oh my gosh, DeLand is so amazing, so we really are. And anytime we host things here in DeLand, they're very well attended because people from all over the state love to come see how we do things in DeLand, which is very, very cool.
What's sort of the staple, would you say? Is it like when I talk about DeLand to my customers, which they often come from out of state, and they come and I talk about Main Street DeLand, and I always rave about, they're actually shutting down Main Street multiple times a year for parades, the fall festival, all sorts of things, and everybody participates and just makes it so special and has such a community sense. So would you say that's like our staple?
I mean, we've always been very event heavy, and so our parades fall under our events, and our events have always been for the community. We don't charge $50 a ticket to come to our events. We are like amazing street party, and like our Light Up DeLand with our skydiving Santa, and our DeLand bike rally where there's millions of dollars worth of motorcycles on Main Street. So all of our events tend to be all about the district and community focus versus like business specific. We're not there for pretty little things. We're there for all of us downtown, and a place where people can come with their kids, and it's safe and it's fun, and with this gorgeous backdrop. We're not going to a brand new, fresh, modern mall. We're going to buildings that are 120, 130, 150 years old, which is what make it, I think, even more special because it's just so picturesque,
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes, I have to agree. Now, as the past president, what would you say was your sort of highlight or surprise in your role? As the president?
Not to take things on a somber note, but our executive director for 11 years passed away in fall of last year.
Right.
And so we had the blessing and curse of hiring a new executive director. And that's a big deal, especially for an esteemed Main Street like ours, who was so like Wayne Carter was kind of synonymous with our success in Downtown DeLand. So hiring someone in his position was a huge challenge at the beginning, and it's turned out to be fantastic. Stephanie Mullins is our new executive director, and she's really taken her, protecting the heritage of Main Street and our history and taking it to the next chapter. She's a forward thinker. She really thinks outside the box. So I would say hiring a new executive director was one of our peak things of the year. And then we had a 40th anniversary block party in September, and that was just so fantastic to see, Volusia County was there, the city of DeLand, West Volusia Historical Society, the DeLand Garden Club, every group in town, and just the humans. And it was an 80s dance party, and to see city commissioners out on the dance floor, and it was just such a great community event. So I would say those two events, and then we've really done a good job of we have what we call the Magnificent Seven, and that's the seven starters of our Main Street that had the vision of it in 1985, and to be able to honor those people for what they added to, so we had a legacy event. We've just done some things that just were really, really special, so.
So if somebody wanted to get involved with Main Street, do you have to be a merchant or a business owner or building owner downtown, or can anybody get involved?
Anybody. You can be just a personal human member of Main Street, and for $50, so you can join Main Street, and you can serve on any of our committees. We had a meeting this morning, and we have a new member of our promotion committee, and she's just a citizen of DeLand, and she wanted to get involved, and so she's a member. She's serving and helping us with some new ideas that we have coming down the pike for this year. So, or you could join Main Street just as hey, I believe in their cause, and I believe in historic preservation, and I believe in this, and never darken the door for a volunteer event ever. Just pay as a supporter, and and we highly encourage businesses in the district to become members because it behooves all of us, But
we are.
Yes, I know you are. I know you are. Yes, I love that because. We really do strongly believe, and that's one great thing about our new executive director, in the collaborations, is all of us working together. It's not just Main Street; it's Main Street and the city and the merchants
and the chamber.
The chamber and the Rotaries. I mean, we have 5 Rotaries here in town. And West Volusia Tourism. I mean, it really is a collaboration for all of us to be successful, for sure.
Yeah. Now, let's swing direction, and I would like to talk a little bit about your shop.
Okay.
And
the fun part.
Exactly. So there's lots of fun questions around that. But owning a shop, was that sort of a dream of yours? Did you ever kind of aspire to own your own shop?
Well, interestingly enough, and I don't even know if you know this, so I have a degree in criminal justice, and I used to work with policing when I lived in Texas, and I worked in the victim assistance unit, and so my degree is in criminal justice, and I always thought I would work with policing. I would be doing having a serious grown-up job. And so that was my serious job. And for fun, through college, I worked at a Hallmark store. And so I worked at a Hallmark store for fun because I had such a serious job during the day. And all the way through college, I did that. And then when I moved to Florida, again, worked in the criminal justice field, but I had an opportunity to work at another store so I kind of bounced around. And then when we moved out here, I had the opportunity to manage a store. And I thought, well, I mean, I'll give it a try. So I was a buyer for Hallmark for years, and then I managed that Hallmark store, and then I was a stay-at-home mom for 10 years. So I really didn't anticipate ever buying a shop, but when my friend Jana Rogers and her mom started the shop, after less than a couple years, it just was more than they really wanted to do, and the stars aligned perfectly. And I had said to her, if you ever don't want to do this anymore, I would be interested. And she texted me one night, and, so it was kind of a seamless fit, though, because I was ready for something different and I had the retail experience. So it just worked out.
Yes.
Yeah, it did. It really did.
Okay. So you, to me and to many other people, of course, you stand out with being you, right? Not only your personality and, you're always very positive and engaged and so on, but also the way you dress and style, which I think is a sort of a prerequisite of running a successful store like you have. Because I mean, when I go in, it's just so, right? Yeah. It has all these little categories and just the things that you bring in. And I noticed you are not only bringing in sort of, 5 pieces of this or that or whatever. You have some local people that, sell their goods through your store, but you bring in that little, I don't know, I know you like mid-century stuff, right?
Yeah, I do like vintage stuff.
Vintage, mid-century, and you bring in items that, I don't know, you find somewhere, and they're like located in the store, so it's so fun to go.
It's like a scavenger hunt, yes.
It is.
And I love to change it up.
Yes.
And I'm always looking for small companies, smaller companies, little like my mom and pop companies versus large nationwide brands. I love doing local. I have my soap makers local, my sticker makers are local, all my ornament makers are local. I wouldn't say I lean heavy on women-owned businesses, but I just tends to be who's making things for the business, or a lot of times are females. But I really try to support local and in our community in the state of Florida as much as I can as well.
That's awesome. So for you, the meaning of shop local really means a lot. Not only supporting yourself, but also supporting other businesses in town.
And I always tell people, like, when you support my shop, it makes my shop be able to join the West Volusia Historical Society. It makes me be able to be a Main Street member from my business because and then like, if I am keeping my money here in DeLand, that behooves, it allows that family. I mean, I feel like I try to walk the walk and talk the talk because like for Christmas, I committed to, I'm only buying things downtown. And I bought gift certificates for my girls so they can have experiences. I bought stuff from 𝗏𝗏𝘁. I bought stuff from Sidecar because I want to keep that money here in our town.
Yeah, that's
it's so important. It really is.
It is very important.
Yeah.
I mean, even for, for my company,
100%.
right? So we're 100% local, grassroots. Everybody that works with the company is here. And the money that, is left stays here.
Exactly.
Whereas when you have others that might have the headquarters, a lot of them have headquarters elsewhere, that money goes.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, it's critical that we all support each other. It really is.
Yeah.
And I don't just say it. I truly do believe it.
Yes.
So, and sometimes people come into the shop and they're like, "Wow, this is a little bit overwhelming. It's a lot of sensory, and it really is." But I always, I want to keep it fun and interesting. And I mean, I always say if it's not fun, I'm not going, because that is really like, it makes it, I mean,
what's the point? Yes.
What's the point?
Yeah. Well, I already, before you came in today, I made a comment on how boring I feel and how fun you are. But I did add that little red.
I did. It's giving me all the vibes. It is. It's radiating. It is. And it's breaking it up. So I love it.
Okay,
I'm here
good.
for it.
So I did good.
You did great.
Okay. Show us yours now. Okay.
Well, mine are a little bit bigger. Yes. I'm committed, but we're going to get you there. We'll get you
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds like I have to come in again.
Yes. I have a customer who, like, we've been selling these bracelets for years and years, and she would wear 2 or 3. And I'm like, Karen, we're going to get you to 5. We're going to get you to 5. So she'll come in and she'll have like 4. And she's like, I'm getting there. Like, we're working on it. We're working on it. So, but,
Okay.
I mean, and that's why, just like you, like, I'm in the people business. You know, yes, you're selling houses and I'm selling candles and soap, but I'm really in the people business.
Yeah,
I mean,
course.
that's what I'm doing. You know, I'm making people feel good about themselves. I'm chatting about our town. I'm chatting about who knows what, the Cleveland Browns, or who knows what we're going to be talking about that day. That's what keeps it interesting, you know? So
yeah. Don't talk
I just
about,
happen to also be selling things.
Don't
you
talk
know?
about the Patriots.
I know, yeah. Well, hey, I'm a Cleveland Browns fan, so I'm just, yeah. I mean, at least you guys have been there 12 times. We're still waiting for our day.
Okay.
We're still waiting, you know, so I don't know, but it's good.
So something that stood out to me is actually specifically 2020.
Yes.
When we all had to come up with ideas,
Yeah.
right? Your business, just like mine, and of course all the restaurants, particularly, everybody was involved. And we started, I and a couple other people, we started the 𝗬𝗏𝘰𝘃 Gang of Givers. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes.
We were giving, we were purchasing items at stores, and then we would give them away to bring business to these stores.
Yes.
But what you did was, I mean, it's just, you know, you're resourceful and creative.
Yeah.
And I remember going on Facebook and seeing you doing all these little presentations of the goods that you had. And you actually had like events and you sold them.
I sold the heck out of stuff that year. Well, it's so funny. In 2019, I had a really bad year in the shop. And at that point, I was like, something has to change. I cannot do another year like this. Now, I never in a million years thought we would have a global pandemic that would take my business to the next level, but it was a global pandemic that did.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm divulging secret information. Like, I'm a single woman. Like, I don't have a second income. The shop is my job. Like, that's my business.
Your career.
That's my career. And I was a mandatory shutdown because I wasn't a critical business.
Correct.
So my shop could not be open to foot traffic. So I had to get creative. So I got to learn where everybody lived because I did candle delivery. I started selling incense. I started thinking about the creature comforts and the things that people needed and wanted in their homes because people were still having birthdays and they still needed gifts. And so I did Facebook Lives and sold bracelets, and I sold, name it, I would have sold it. You know, we did one where we went down to my friend Krista's shop and we did clothes, and because she was in the same boat I was, you know, I mean, none of us could be open. I mean, the restaurants could be, but we as a gift shop, you know, could not be open. I did delivery, I did pickup, and I went to the shop almost every day, and I would do like 10 to 2 pickup, and people would text me and say, hey, Tracey, I'm outside. I'm in a red Toyota Camry, and I'd run it out there, you know. So, I mean, we all had to get creative, you know. And I think it upticked my social media at that point in time as well and people were bored. They were like, you know, a lot of people were continuing to get residual income. I was not, but they were like, I've got all this money, let's buy some bracelets, and it was really fun. What was cool about it was, people would jump on there and say, oh, hey, Donna, hey, Susan. Hey, they would all be saying hi to each other on the Facebook Lives and stuff. So that made it even really cool. And they would be like, oh, happy birthday to, you know, John or whatever. So that was cool to see them engaging as well. So because, you know, a lot of people, especially, you know, did not go out. I mean, I was out, you know. So
didn't you have like a secret reveal or something like that? Wasn't there something time sensitive that you did? I feel like, or you had only one of them, or I feel like there was some urgency there.
I mean, I sold the heck out of. I mean, I sold a ton of Simply Southern, good that line of stuff, and then I sold a lot of masks, which was crazy. I sold it because people were wearing decorative masks then. But it was always, I only sold like what I had in the shop. So that might be like, if I had 5 masks, that's all I got. And once they're gone, they're gone, you know, and then you really couldn't get products then too. It was such a weird time. It really was. I look back and I'm like, wow, that was so weird. So strange.
It was weird. I think it was March 17th when it shut down.
I remember,
if I'm not mistaken. And I'm like, I guess we're staying home. And it was a weird time for me too, because I mean, nobody would have foreseen that would be the banner year.
Yes.
That one in 2021, banner year, in real estate period.
Yeah.
And some other business did well. Not sure which ones, but some
did.
Yeah.
Margarita delivery companies did amazing.
Oh, really?
Well, I know, like, you remember they made the rules that you could, like, get all the alcohol drinks to go?
Yes.
So I remember seeing people with, like, margaritas the size of a football, like... alcohol sales probably went through the roof, and a lot of, so, but it did change a lot of the ways that we did business,
It did.
It really did.
And in some ways it's positive.
Agreed.
Like I would have never been a wizard on Zoom if it wasn't for that time.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
And just opening the thought to at home working, and also how we can really the reluctance of connecting.
Yes.
So on photo, WhatsApp, FaceTime, Zoom especially, and Google Meets and whatever.
Yes.
But it connected us a lot more, or in a lot of more ways. We were forced to use other ways.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. I still don't sell online, but I still don't, but it wasn't even like from if we're back to Main Street, like most of our income is from events, and we were unable to hold in-person events. So it did change, like, oh, we can't rely heavy on this. We need to put our finger in other pots, So that made us realize that we can't rely on that. I mean, of course, events did come back, but events have been soft pretty much since COVID too. So, and it also did make us like, all right, let's hand sanitizer be your friend, at events. Like we are a little bit more cognizant of safety and health and stuff like that, So, but yeah, I can't believe it's almost been 6 years.
So I would like to ask you a real estate question.
Sure.
So you are renting downtown?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered buying downtown?
My current building owner inherited that space, and I have lightly asked her about selling the space to me, and she's not willing to sell my current space. I would love to own a space downtown.
Okay.
I would love to be a owner operator for sure.
An owner operator. How do you feel like sort of the backdrop of your store, right? Your space, and it doesn't matter if it's rented or owned, but how important is that space for you downtown?
Because we still do have so many events downtown, being where I am, I mean, I'm smack dab in the middle, which is great. I mean, right between New York and Indiana, which has always been such a great spot. For me, because I have been in business so long, I think I essentially could, I don't know. That's a good question. That's a tough question. I don't know if I would want to be anywhere else than where I am. Yeah. In the middle, because it's not just like my location for selling and my location for customers to get to me. It's just being in the heart of the fun, and for the parades and everything else. It's like me, formerly Pinup Parlor, and the 𝗬𝗏, we're all just like right there, and those are like my work besties too, So as much as I would love to own my building, it would be hard for me to leave that space right there in the middle of all the action. I mean, we're working to pull our side streets in and do stuff to bring more traction to our side streets. But unfortunately, I mean, people drive through Woodland. That's where they want to be,
Exactly. So, you are in the heart of it.
Yes. Yeah. Now, if it was a second location, not in downtown, I would be, but. Are
you thinking about growth?
I've always wanted a second shop in a historic downtown, similar to what I have now.
Different city or in DeLand?
I would do different city. Yeah, definitely not a second in DeLand. Yeah. But I would always kind of kept my eye on other areas that have nice growth and but we shall see. Yeah,
we shall see. Okay.
Yeah. I don't necessarily want to go to the east side or want to go into Seminole County, but there's two really good historic downtown areas over there that would be really fun for shop.
Mount Dora would probably be one, too. But it's a little further away, though.
And Mount Dora is, their hours are very similar to mall hours. Like we still have what they call banker hours in downtown DeLand. Like I can get away with 11 to 5, but Mount Dora, like they open early, they stay open late. And I just, that's a young man's game. I'm not ready for that anymore.
Well, you hire somebody.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
You couldn't do both. Yeah.
Yeah. but it is. It's not yet.
So if somebody came to you and was asking, oh, I'm interested in opening a shop, doing something like you do, what would be your advice to a shop owner?
I remember we had a shop owner that opened her shop right off the boulevard, and remember her saying to me, Tracey, I just didn't think I was going to have to be here so much. And I was like, oh, wow. So you have to know going into it that the time commitment, you have to be the face of your business.
Right.
And it is, I don't want to say it's Tracey dependent, but it is like I set the tone. I mean, it's my business, you know, and I would tell them, so many things, but I always tell my girlfriends, like, y'all, the numbers don't lie. And we know this, like the numbers don't lie. You might love this product, but if it's not going to sell, let it go. Like, it doesn't matter if you love it or not. If you're not selling it, you got to let it go. You know, and I'm sure, I mean, you live by the numbers too in your business, you know, and if the numbers aren't right to put your business where you're looking to put it, you know, the numbers don't lie, you know? So you have to be there, and you have to be there a lot. And people always say, I hear all the time, oh, I just don't like social media. I'm not good at it. And you just don't have an option. You have to do social media. Yeah. Like I would tell them, like you can sell everything you want online. That's amazing. But you have to be the face of your business and you have to be on social media. Yeah. I think it's so important.
And it does make a difference. Like when I walk in your shop and you're not there, you know, now I'm coming.
Yes.
Now I'm just it's not the same experience, right?
I know. And that's what's so hard to replicate. And I do hear all the time. And I know, like, if I'm there, like I have really great girls that work in my shop. I mean, I hire for personality, train for skill, and they love to talk, and they love talking about DeLand, and they love it. But people will always tell me, like, oh, I popped in the shop yesterday. They always want me to know that they came in as well, that they know, because they want me to know that they're supporting me as well. So so that's the hardest thing, even with the second location, is replicating that same vibe and feel, you know.
So a few years ago, I played with the idea of having a sort of a bakery cafe downtown.
Yes.
I mean, anyway, it was one of my, you know, ideas, right? Not that I was really going to do that, but I actually seriously looked into it, and I looked at, if I had a space, you know, how would I do it? And my idea was, I was looking at buying, you know, not ready baked, but halfway, you know, ready to be put into the oven.
Oh, sure. Like par baked.
Par baked, yes. Yeah. So German bread rolls and German bread and then with coffee and lattes.
Oh my gosh,
and I was just getting, I thought it was such a great idea. And I'm like, oh yeah, in the mornings, you know, turn the oven on, you put all the things that it was going to smell down the road. And I had this complete romantic vision of this cafe with freshly made bread. And then I thought about it more. I'm like, I have to get up every morning, really early, every morning. And then I have to be there. And I'm like, I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that.
No.
Yeah.
I want somebody else to do that so I can come.
Exactly. Yes, I will invest and I will be a customer. Yes. It's not going to be my business. Yes. Well, next door to me was supposed to be a French bakery. And I still like, my mind goes there like, oh, how amazing would that have been?
Okay. So did you know that we used to have a French bakery in DeLand?
No.
Yep. It was on East New York Avenue. It was a French bakery. They made the best croissants.
Oh my gosh.
It is where there is a pet groomer there now, I believe. But that used to
all
be,
the way down there.
Yes.
Like Bark
near
Ave.
Hill. Yes, yes.
I know exactly where that is.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Like in there somewhere, I don't want to lie, but somewhere in there used to be a French bakery.
Yeah. I think that is something that we could definitely...
Bourgeois or something.
Like a Mondelez that's in New Smyrna Beach in...
No, it was like a mom and pop shop.
I love that.
Yeah. And we used to buy those croissants, and
oh my gosh,
they have been they've been gone for many years.
Yeah, they would be gone before I got home. I would eat them in the car before I even got home. That would definitely be something we could use in DeLand.
Yeah, we could definitely use another cafe in DeLand.
Yeah, but and that's the thing, like are you going to get rich owning a gift shop in downtown DeLand? I mean, maybe, I don't know. I guess if you sell enough Jellycats, you will. But I always think, like, I always tell my girlfriends, like, this has to work. Don't make me get a real job. You know what I mean? Because, like, I love what I do. It's so great. Yeah. Like, I have the best coworkers. we work in this gorgeous historic downtown. I chat with people all day long, and 99% of the time, everyone's having a good day.
Yeah.
They're walking around in Florida, I mean, so it's just, I wouldn't trade it.
Maybe I need to rethink that coffee shop idea.
I know.
I don't know. It sounds better and better. I have a lot of stress.
I know. Yeah. Well, that's all. Sometimes I always say, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so stressed. I'm like, Tracey, seriously, get real. All
right.
It's not like you're, curing cancer over here. You're selling candles and soaps, so.
So one last word.
Of course.
Scale to 1 to 10, DeLand ranks where?
I think in terms of like historic downtowns in the state of Florida, I would give us like a 10 out of 10. I really would. I mean, well, I'll give us a 9 out of 10 because there's a few little things that we can iron out, of course, because we can't be perfect because it's hard to stay at the top. You know what I mean? We got to always be reinventing. Yeah. And I mean, I feel like I love our events. I love the aesthetics of our downtown is just so pretty. I think there's a couple areas that we can just tweak a little bit, which I think is just going to add. I would like to see us invest a little bit more on our side streets because they just need a little bit more love, but I think we have a lot of people that love our town and our community and want to see it just excel, and just get better and better. And I think we've done 40 years of Main Street and I think we are poised and ready for like the next generation,
I love that.
Yeah. I think we are. I hope we are.
I think we are.
Yeah, I think so.
So Tracey.
Yes.
What's your favorite candy or snack?
Lemon Heads and Good and Plenty's and Snickers. I love candy and sugar.
Okay, so close your eyes.
Okay.
What is it?
That sounds like a lemon head. It could be a Good and Plenty though.
Okay, we'll go with lemon head.
Oh yes. Yay. I love it. Oh
You're
my
welcome.
gosh. Thank you.
Well
Thank
earned.
you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. Oh my God. No, I really do appreciate that. This will be this will sustain me through Wine Woman Chocolate tonight.
Okay, perfect.
I love it. Yeah.
Well, thank you for your insight and your overview, and love having you.
Yes, thank you for having me. This is so fun.
You're so welcome. And I will see you around at Pretty Little Things.
That's right. Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.